Good morning. I hope the weather's good up there. Really do. Got sunshine today, but it is a bit overcast. But that's British weather for you. So, how is everybody this morning? Righty-ho. If that hasn't woke you up, that will. So, so we've got 27 people here and we've got 4 likes. Good start. So I'm just going to mute the volume. So I was watching a fellow YouTube channel, The Running Man Z. Now, the hope is, oh yes, before the hope is, right, this morning, I was watching the Toon Review, Paul Ditchburn. So a shout out to his partner, Susan. It's her birthday today. So a shout out to Susan. And I shared on 5 different pages the Toon Review. The other night I was in with Barry through Black and White Eyes. Done the same with him. Why? Because you're sharing them to new people. Simple as that. It is a class channel, you're right. Well, that was what was said in the comments in chat. Many people wishing Susan a very happy birthday. So I followed suit. Now, all of these things about, I've watched many different things this morning, including Talksport, Ali McCoist, football legend, and there appears to be a blockage. Will he play again in a shirt, or is he out the door? According to lots and lots of different people, according to lots and lots of people, Eddie Howe's giving him a way back. Now, the one thing I will say is this: what Eddie Howe's done for our club. He came to our club when we were in a very perilous position, 19th. So what he has done in 4 years is truly incredible. Plus, on top of that, you also have to consider when Gareth Southgate, the ex-England manager, stepped aside. Morning from Madrid. And what Eddie's done with the money he has had at his disposal. Now, what I want to say to you is this, right? Everybody was against our takeover. Everybody. The full 19 teams in the Premier League were against it. But it came through. And everybody had the celebrations, etc. And we moved forward. That's what we should be doing, moving forward. But we're not. We're not because, like I sang in the song, Break the Shackles. What they're trying to do is make us play in chains. Why? Do they do the same with all of the other 19 teams in the Premier League? No. Why? It's because who we are owned by. Majority, 85%. So that all of the money can't be spent. But as I mentioned the other day in a live, if you win a trophy, if you win a trophy, do you not deserve a pay rise? I mean, take football out of the equation. Any job, right, where there is, targets to be met and you meet those targets, surely in the next financial year, you should get a pay rise. Surely. Yeah, the rules are the same for every club. I mean, the way the rules have been set is wrong. And what it could do, as I said in another video where I says, is the Premier League going stale? It's very possible. The Premier League will lose appeal. And that's what I've been saying. You're handcuffing a club when other clubs, your cities, Chelsea's, and others, they can do what they want. And do you know one of the things, right? I came across this the other day. A few channels covering Manchester. There is 5 or 6 different channels, and they were actually wondering, where's the money coming from for the deal with Sesko? And the reason why they were talking about it, and there were like 5 different channels, the reason why they were talking about it was this: benefits for players, staff, etc., had been squashed. It isn't happening. And I was like, wow. Saying to the stewards, etc., you can't do this and you can't do that. And this is at another football team, not ours. No, not ours. But there was 5 different, and I looked at their subscribers. The lowest one I came across was 240,000. The highest one, I think it's Mark Goldbridge, over a million. I think it was 1.7, I think, or 1.6. But even he has gone through the mill. Have you thought about getting your football news and views from other places? How's about this one, so-called Geordie? Sky Sports News, Transfer Centre. There is also Chronicle, Google. There's multitude of places. 58 years old. And last night, there was chitter chat about Samu. If you want the player, go get him. Yeah, he's 21. Some people have said he's a little bit raw. Go and get him. As we all remember, we took a punt on Real Sociedad player who lit the Premier League up. He lit everything. But heads been turned. So with this other lad, Samu, well, his price is far too high. Wasn't the price for Ekiteke mega high? Wasn't the price for Benjamin Sesko way high? So-called Geordie? Unproven, yeah. Well, so was he, Alexander Isak. We took a punt on him. And John Leddy's 20 quid and a £5 bet on a horse I've been told. Okay. Now, not long now, Friday night, the gates open. The gates open with Liverpool, who have to dust themselves down from the Charity Shield. And I also heard this morning the guy down in London, Steve Parish, is considering having to let go Mark Gahey, England defender. So is he worth another punt? I remember what's your club again? Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Simple. All right. Now, yesterday morning, we had people turning around and saying about, we're not Newcastle United channels. And what I want to say to that is this. If you're wearing a black and white top with a club crest on it, you actually branded your body with the club crest. And you're talking, singing songs about the club. Yeah, makes me wonder. Ah, Barry, stop talking about football. You have less than 20 quid in your bank account. Oh, shock. Oh my, oh my. Really? What about making an NUFC background? It's possible. Anything's possible. I'm a Man United, Leeds, and Newcastle fan. All three fans. Wow. The fantasy football league. No, I've never done it. Never done it. Oh, so according to somebody, we're going to get relegated this season. It's not going to happen, man. Wake up, smell the coffee. It's not going to happen. But yeah. So, what I want to see is this. I want to see our players determined. Okay. There you go. Go on. I watch. What? That doesn't even make sense. The only real Toon fans have tattoos. Well, mine's on me right forearm. So, and Thou, is it Chow or Thou? How do I pronounce his name? But he flew in last night, so his medical will be done today. But that's one player. I want at least 5 through the door. I want 5 players so we can actually challenge. I'm sure I hit that damn thing this morning, but never mind. Now, things like this happen. Phone calls, when I'm live. These do happen. Anyway, there's a lot to happen before we take on Aston Villa. And it may be we take Ollie Watkins. It may be. 29 years old? Yeah, he is. But he still puts the ball in the back of the net. That's what you want him for. Mm-hmm. Barry, guess what? Patreon's American. I'm British. Yeah. It's there. It is there. But I'm British. So what's your point? Yeah. It's, this is one of the things that I came across this morning. A wonderful, wonderful person. Everybody always talks about the negative. It's raining. It's gale force winds. Nobody talks about the positive. Why is that? Why? Patreon is a global platform. You are correct. I just, I haven't got around to putting stuff there. I will. Well, Barry, you're a little bit wrong there because somebody bought. So you're wrong. Yeah. Dan, why is Paul always so quiet compared to proper? Proper. Shock horror. Do you know one thing? Here on this channel, you get songs like Hey Bonnie Lad, Breaking the Shackles, Are You Brave Enough, Streets of Home. Where else do you get that? Where? The answer is nil point. Nowhere. So, late summer cold. Yeah, of course. Yeah. All of these things. Yeah. All of them. But I'm still here. I'm still putting out content. I will still be putting out content come 2030. So, Barry and everybody else, don't like it? Do that. Simple. Content is a strong word, says somebody. Content is content, whether it's music, whether it's talking, discussion, it's still content. Yeah. There we go. Right, where are we? Where were we? Have you had your call? No, not yet. But I will. I will not go on to OnlyFans. Sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble. But one thing I'm going to say is this. If all of our players collectively, Bruno included, gets the message round, we got to fight this season. We have to fight hard. We have to fight brutal. So that come the end of December, when the January transfer window opens, we can say, you, and you're coming in. We have to be in a position where our club is pushing forward. Now, if it's the case in January where Alexander Isak does leave the club, that's when he leaves. It's not our decision. That's the honest answer. It's our club's decision. They're paying his wages. So the hope is he gives his head a shake. Good for you, Pip Collector. Good for you. Do you know one thing, right? This is actually true, this. The very first job centre I went to in absolutely years and years was on the West Road in Newcastle upon Tyne. I went there, and that was on the 21st of July 2018. It's not a job centre anymore. And a lot of fellow job centres, they're not there anymore. It's city centre only. Cutbacks. So yeah, everybody suffers these political cuts. Everybody. So now getting back to Newcastle United. This weekend, I'd like a draw. No, I wouldn't do a version of The Apprentice because it's already been done. You know, Lord Sugar started it off, and then the Americans caught on to that, and the Americans decided to have their own version with the now famous president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, at the helm. And he was as ruthless as Lord Sugar was. So, no. Shark Tank is American. I've seen a few of the episodes of Shark Tank where it's even worse than Dragon's Den. So, no. Did I really talk about? Yes, I did. Yeah. And the reason why, there's a reason. It's not just because, obviously, he is the current president. No. It's because he has invested in Solana ecosystem. That's where his coin is. Trump is in there. And all the indicators that a lot of experts have said, the only way for his own is that way. Straight up. Yeah. Code Cowboy. You know what? See you tomorrow. Goodbye. You know, there are some really people, there's some people in chat who just make me want to burst out laughing. You know, yes, I did put in the message. It was a big 3,000 character message to the journal to see this is live, and this is also live. And the one thing is this, yeah, people are coming into chat and turn around and say, oh, you haven't done this, and you haven't done that, and you haven't done the other. I can do so much. Because doing things costs you money. And that's the honest answer. Did you see John Sinclair's he won't be attending anymore? No, I haven't seen it. Can you prove you sent a message to your journal? No. If you don't believe, you don't believe. And if you don't believe, why are you here? It's as simple as that. The magic oil is that natural rosemary oil. That's what it is. There's no miracle cure. That's what it is. And time for a haircut, methinks, as we're about to come into a new season. Will your journal be... No. It's a government thing. So there you go. Calling that a full head of hair is delusional, says Dan. Okay, Dan. Okay. So, what do you see? What do you see as I turn my head? What do you see? Huh? Do you see a shiny bald head? No. So, who's delusional? Dan. Who's delusional? Yeah? An elephant. Oh, you mean the picture? Yeah. Yeah. That's an elephant. It is. It's an elephant. There's not just that elephant. There's others. My mum had a thing for elephants. Oh, Daniel, I'm balding. Oh my God. Wowee. Luke Edwards and Lee Ryder fuming. Watch this. Why the furious? Huh? Elephant is not CGI. No, it's BGI and TGI. Or WGI. Whichever one you know, pick one. Pick one. Well, Luke Edwards is a baldy. I mean, let's be honest. You know, some people, it happens. I just wanted to, you know, keep mine growing. Currently sat near me in Witherspoon's. All right, got you. There's more hair on that head. What was that? Oh, right. Here's a thing for you, Dan. Okay. The human mind has trillions. They fire constantly. Now, there's not trillions of follicles. So, you're wrong. Sorry to burst your bubble. Right. You must form a band. That's the whole goal. I'm going to form a band, and some of the songs are going to be dark, as dark as Black Sabbath used to be in the old days. Real heavy and dark. The one person I feel sorry for when that band comes out is the bloomin' drummer. I really feel sorry for that drummer because he's going to have a bloomin' workout. But, yeah. So, yes. At some point, yes. What about taking us to some office viewings? Well, I would have to ask whoever's showing me, do you mind being on film? I'd have to ask their permission. But if they were to grant their permission, then yeah. And there's one thing, right? I came across the other day, and it's an absolute shocker. Apparently, measure measure your forehead for £10. What? What was that one? Let's have a little look. Paul, you can't play guitar, so the drummer will have his work cut out. Oh. No. No, 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 no. Can't play guitar. You come on YouTube and play your guitar. Go on. Really. Some say I can't sing as well. Didn't stop me doing Break the Shackles. Didn't stop me doing Streets of Home. And it didn't stop me singing Hey Bonnie Lad. So, where you're coming from is the dark side of the moon. Do I have a song? Nope, not for him. Eat a worm? No, no. I'll just do what I do, David. You know, the song comes, I write it down, I put spaces in, and the spaces originally, when I did the spaces on a sheet, that was for where the chord position is. Sometimes it changes though. Sing for. No. I do the singing at the beginning. Oh, Megamind was a streamer. Hmm. I'm sure Megamind's in a cartoon. Was it the Untouchables? I think something like that. CGI songs written by AI. Really? Really? So let me just say this. Yeah? Let me just say this, so called Geordie. So you're saying that is CGI? Huh? Are you saying that CGI, so-called Geordie? Yeah? Is that what you're saying? Yeah? Because, do you know what the thing is, right? If you believe that, truly, if you believe that, why are you here? Jeremy, have you ever thought about putting rhythm in your songs? None of them rhyme. They're not meant to rhyme. Do you know years and years ago, right? Years and years ago, early 70s, a lot of bands came out. And some of those bands were epic. I listened to a lot of music way back in the day. That music was very, very dark. Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, just to name a few. And the music was heavy guitars, heavy drums. That could be true. Many weren't born in the 70s. I was born before the 70s. So I was one of the lucky ones. So um my hope for this season, I want these players for Newcastle United. I want these players to better what they did last season. Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, the Jacob Murphy. Hopefully, we get a few goals from Anthony Alanga. Other side, with Harvey Barnes. I want Harvey, if Anthony Gordon isn't comfortable up front, stick Harvey in there to get with goals. William Asula, I want him given the opportunity. Give him 10 games. Full 90 minutes, 10 games, and say to him, go out there and show you can do it. Have the belief. That happens, there's a good chance. Gino from Italy, 10 games. Yes, 10 games. And I want to see, in those 10 games, goals galore. I don't care where they come from, but that's what I want to see. Goals galore. You don't give someone 10-game trial. Why not? Why not, so-called Geordie? What you got to look at is this. We have Asula. He played during the weekend, just gone. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. So why not? Jamie Vardy is a free. Yeah, he's also old. Who will be our next striker? I want Sumo as our next striker. If we're willing to put 90 million on the table for a guy that went to Manchester, why not him? He's younger. He's going to be hungry. So why not? Vlahovic, yeah. Vlahovic, brilliant. I'd take him 99% of the time. Yeah, brilliant player. Seen him many times. He's a hard worker. Am I from bloody America? Rushcliffe in Nottingham is not in America. So there's your thing there. No, Vlahovic is not average. No. He puts the ball in the back of the net. He did that for what was the team called? Is it Florentina or it begins with F? I know that much. They play like in a purple shirt. But yes, I would take him. Yes. In a heartbeat, I would take him. Sumo, get him through the door. That's it. Get him through the door. The Korean player, he did play bloody good. He did. But certain people, I mean, do you know what it is, right? Second half on Saturday, we just lost interest. Simple as that. We just lost interest. Don't even know who Bonnie Blue is. Now, what I want to see is those players and other players. We're not damn burnt in score, but we need other players to chip in. And yes, we're going to be playing up until Christmas with our hands tied, gagged, and our feet and all the rest of it. That's going to happen. But one thing I'm going to say is this: it's up to the players. Go on that pitch and give everything. If you can get a goal, excellent. I want to see that more this season. The players, resign to the fact that, Newcastle United's hands are tied and gagged, but we're still going to go out there and do it. We're going to do it for the fans, for the 52,300. That you can't put that in chains. You simply can't. And that'll send a message to all of the other teams, the other 19 teams. They may not have been able to get this player, that player, or the other player, but look at how they're performing. That is a statement. Whether we keep him or whether he goes, that's what I want to see from our club. Because I want something for the club. Something for the fans who every game. I am not, no, Gino, no. I think they have major issues. And I've mentioned those in previous live on YouTube. Training ground, no sponsor for St James's Park, no new stadium, no CEO, no sporting director, absolute mayhem. Now, the one thing I'm going to say is this: public investment fund of Saudi Arabia have assets across the globe. I want to say the same thing, Lardo. Well, we're never going to get Messi or Ronaldo. No. They, they didn't want to do what Chelsea did years and years ago, do what Manchester City did years and years ago, Gino. No, they didn't want that. They wanted to do it gradually. But what I will say is this. In 4 years, we've claimed and we've had 2 Champions League seasons. That's got to count for something. Do you know what I mean? Done. I talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. End of. Yeah. Now, my hope is for Saturday at least a draw. At least. I take a win, but I don't know. But I want to see things, and at the end of this month, seeking you, Geordie Nation, bam, back up, running again. And I'm also going to put something else on the table. Sunday, yeah, Sunday, the big game. I knew it was at the weekend. Sunday is part of the weekend, so called Geordie. Liverpool kick off on Friday. Don't know who they're playing, don't care who they're playing. I even missed the match yesterday, and wasn't sure what time it was on, to be honest, but still missed it. The other day when I was watching Newcastle on Saturday play, that was, I believe, Spanish Mexican. It was ESPN, but I still watched it and saw shortly, mate. Shortly. What I have to do is something I've never ever done before. It's write a script for each character. So I've got to write the script for each character and then let magic light do its work. And then show you it. Everybody keeps mentioning chat GPT. Oh, that's how you spell it. Chat GPT. I thought it was B. But I've never used it. Garfield 4. Eh? They've made a 4th one. No, it's not AI cartoon. Garfield was one of the funniest characters. Really epic. The way they did it. Did you watch Purely Banter? No. Should I say? Oh, I see. What do you think of Batman character? Got you. So, yes, the hope is Saturday, at least a draw. Get some points on the board. And we're going to have to struggle. There's no other way around it. Unless Samu comes in and 5 more. Because we need it. We need to replace. I mean, Paqueta has been mooted from West Ham. Bruno and him are very good friends. So I'd take him. And that's for midfield. But we do need bodies in. We do. That's a simple fact. So, to all of you wonderful and beautiful people, I'm going to see you all 7 p.m. this evening. Wishing you all a fabulous day. Remember that I do my best to go live twice a day, and memberships are available, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, etc. Super chats are available, and there is also the meme also available. And you all have a fantastic day and be good.